Hey guys.
Hey guys, so this is Renee.
Nice to meet you. This is Dan.
Together we make rad. For 2021 Formula Drift season, instead of vlogging each and every round and every moment, since it gets pretty hectic when we're at the rounds, sometimes it feels repetitive, we're gonna change it up this year and we're gonna give you an intro vlog, which is happening right now. We're here at the shop, we haven't left yet. We're gonna give you a mid-season where we're at.
I think that lands on like our Pennsylvania round 4.
And that could change, we'll see how it goes, because we haven't done it this layout yet. We're gonna give you like a recap towards the end of the season, probably at Irwindale, and we're gonna get comments with you guys and you're gonna think, oh, you know, we want more, but like, it's gonna be good. You'll see, it's gonna be good. We have this whole plan, and the man holding the camera is gonna do a lot of extra stuff at each and every round. You guys can't see him, but you'll see him something later during the season.
We'll have him in this video.
Yeah, we're gonna start by telling you guys, like, breaking down how intense it is in the off season and leading up to it, like right before we leave for the first round, which this year's Atlanta, and kind of show you what happens in our day-to-day life. It's not just racing, it's Rad Industries and what we're doing here and how intense it is, and kind of just share each section with you, I guess.
Yeah, just want to give you guys a good behind the scenes of what goes on with our race team. It's different with all the FD teams. It's hectic for them preparing for the first round. You're spending all this time in the off season, which is typically November up through like March or April, just making preparations. A lot of what we do, I spend a lot of time at my desk during the off season, kind of working on some design stuff, which we'll show you guys later on in the video. Some of you guys have seen some of that already. It takes a lot, at least for me, because I'm not a professional at it, but I have to plan all of our travel and get itinerary to the team. With our team, we've always done Airbnbs versus hotels. I search around for those, which ones will work out, which ones will fit a dually truck, because we don't have a rental car yet, things like that, and then coordinating flights. Then we also work with all of our partners and just continue to build our program. So there's a lot of desk work that takes place more than throughout the year. Dan loves doing emails and spreadsheets and all kinds of stuff. So that's why we figured we would just kind of take you through the shop here at Rad and kind of break down the activity that takes place.
Hey, check out this new shirt.
Yeah.
This is one of many.
It's our team shirt this year. We just started getting a little more set up here up in the front because we're trying to prepare for more online sales with our website, radindustries.com. You should have seen this space like the other day. There were shirts just everywhere. Nikki has come back. She was with us a couple years ago. She was a lifesaver and helped me like barcode all of our merch and inventory everything, because we have active sales on our website and then at the rounds for you guys also. It takes quite a bit coordinating with like even the screen printers and the vendors. It just takes a lot of time. It's quite the process. It's just inevitable. Things like happen at the very last second. This is our first year with hats.
We got some hats, guys.
We also have like the dad cap. I got this one. And we have a couple more coming out that are gonna have some embroidered patches and a really nice like royal blue hat. Those are coming, they're in the works. Things like this. We spend time making spreadsheets.
This is like gear charts for the transmission and the differential. So you have tons of different gears for the rear diff. And you need to know, like, you have third, fourth, and fifth gear. Those are the gears I would be drifting in. And then I have all my gear sets over here. And then I have what each gear set, when you have it in high and low in the quick change, what the wheel speed would be. That's all you guys get to see. But so now, like, instead of going, let me calculate it out, it's already been calculated. We bust out a laminated sheet. We're like, let's get gear 434, throw it in, put it high side instead of low side, so that'd be 397, or no, that'd be 391.
So
and
detailed.
Then you know you're gonna run third gear at that track or something like that.
So we try to be proactive and do what we can to make the program run that much smoother, stay competitive, and we have things like this for reference while we're at the track. That's why we have like a small copy that's for the pit box, a large copy that I can keep as a spotter that the guys have on hand. You spent a lot of time calculating that, then I get to make it. Kind of what goes along with that, we have team checklists, we have data sheets, all of that kind of stuff that we spend time on in the off season. We're kind of just trying to make sure we have everything before we head to the East Coast and don't come back till a while. And here is where Yevgeny primarily works. I get to work closely with him, working on all of our media. He's our guy behind the camera all the time, being able to like capture all these things and show you guys. Hope you enjoy seeing all that. But this year, we're doing something a little different.
The event updates, if you guys follow along on my story on Instagram, and some of it will be posts, but I used to kind of try and vlog everything and not kind of spoil what the vlog might share in it, so I wouldn't put as much on my story. Now we're gonna be like doing it a little of both. So we're gonna say when qualifying is, when practice is, what we qualified, who we're battling, and we'll be, reminding you guys to stay tuned and watch Formula Drift and all the rounds.
Because I think it kind of gets confusing maybe, for those of you who haven't been to an FD round and you're trying to follow it, some of the rounds are pro spec also, and the schedule's way different. Practice is Thursday, qualifying's Friday. Going into Atlanta, our first round, it's only Friday and Saturday that they're on track. So stay tuned on Dan's stories. Yevgeny and I spent a good amount of time kind of putting something presentable together for you guys that you can just like follow our team and see where Dan's qualified, see who he's battling. We're planning on doing event recaps after every round on your Instagram posts, so stay tuned for that. A lot of media planning there. So this is our other room here. We still have Nikki today. Say hi, Nikki.
Hello.
So Nikki's been with us since back to like 2017. She's been a huge help just coming in like this whole week, just even after hours from her normal job. She even came in on Sunday, helped me get things ready for you guys so that we're prepared to have a bunch of rad stuff for you.
Buy the decals, because I spent a lot of time on that.
So yeah, in here she's getting our sticker packs ready, which I got to cut and weed and mask all of those stickers. So those are all by hand for you guys.
A little plug.
Here you
Put it
go.
on your Hydro Flask. Correct.
And then we have our merch set so that we have our stock here at the shop. That was simple, huh?
So easy.
We spend a lot of time kind of making sure we have the right styles with us on the road and everything like that. See you later, Nikki. So yeah, like boxes all the time right before the season, right?
These have winter's diffs in these. If anyone's like a serious race car driver, they need one of these in their car. Brand new winter's differential, quick change.
So this is what the gear set chart
Yeah,
was made for.
but even cooler, if you guys are into winters, a black one. This is like special order. You know you want one.
Dan will show it off to you when he has it in his car.
Before Formula Drift starts, it's very stressful because you got to get the race car ready. The race car is not easy to get ready because you're changing it, you're driving it, seeing what's going to break, what improvements you can afford to do at that given time or that each year, each off season.
Some of you followed along in our off-season refresh in
Yeah.
that series.
So you saw like what went down. Unfortunately, can't share everything because there's too many things that happen. So you hear about most of it though. There's even more though, and more time that goes into it than you guys know. It's
Mark was a real huge part of that
Yes.
this off-season. It's the first time you had
that
another
is the
guy
first
with
time
you
I
the
had
whole
Mark,
time.
like fully putting his brain into it, and so I feel like this off season we've gone further than we ever have in the past off seasons because it wasn't just like me thinking, but also trying to run a shop. So then, aside from the race car, the other reason it's stressful is because you got to pay the bills at the shop, and there's a lot of stuff happening with each and every project car here, and in a sense it's another race car, each one of these cars you see in the shop. And there's only a handful of other customer cars in here, but they each are pulling at my brain, and then we have to have like the guys working on it, and we have to plan out where the stopping point is because we leave for like a week and a half, or we leave for a week or whatever it may be to go race, and we have to like get all the parts, rush all the work, make some money, then go fly away and have this time off, then come back and hopefully that there's enough parts there to work on, like keep the flow of work on these customer cars. So
A lot of moving parts.
yeah,
Bunch of things all at once.
and we have to feed Turbo too, and he's just always there.
Oh, Turbo. So little things like Baby Blue is put on hold, right? Until we can get back to that.
Need to build a new front for it, but we're not gonna touch it till this car's in the trailer and done. Then later tonight I'll move it on the lift, so when we get back, we work on that probably. Kind of just been chipping away on the other customer cars. And then you get to load the trailer.
Yes.
Make sure you don't forget anything. Mason!
Get over here.
That's Mason. He's
Some
hiding.
engine supply.
He helps build the engine.
Makes it possible.
I think he may or may not be nervous right now.
Yeah, cameras, they don't make you nervous.
Oh, okay. Mark doesn't want to talk on a camera either.
You don't know that. We'll get him to talk.
Eventually, he likes to swear and stuff. Yeah, he flipped us off. Good. Okay, so look at all these fresh, mounted, beautiful GT radials on brand new raised wheels. Beginning of the season stuff right there. We've been working on loading everything up and getting the trailer ready and hoping we didn't forget anything. Can always happen. And then you overnight something to the racetrack or buy a second or third of something. You see we have like spare wrapped front bumper, a whole Supra wrapped over there.
You guys got to
in that hammock back there.
You guys got to see me do the car wrap this year. It was like a 2-part series. After that, still got to wrap some spares. So with Mark's help, that was possible. We're ready to battle.
We're not gonna show you everything, but spare drive shaft. Hope you never need one of those. A spare umbrella. No, we just have a lot of umbrellas.
You do need those in FD.
But like, we got one of most of everything in these cabinets that you could hope to use or that you might need. Hey, check this out. Titanium.
So the guys get like a good run through of what's actually stocked in the trailer so that if they have to run to that, they know where to go because that's how it goes with drifting. This is my little cabinet in here. Some more spare vinyl, spare decals. Yeah, that's all for Mark.
There's like a spare of everything in here except the really expensive things like a Supra. There's no spare Supra. We don't have a spare of a couple things, but most everything is backups and spares and fix-its of everything. And then a lot of merch on the top.
Yeah.
The cool thing about this trailer is it's like an extra 1.5 feet tall, so it fits hammocks full of body panels, not really in your way if you're walking underneath it. I mean, they would touch Mark's head when this is not in here, but that's about the only person, huh, Mark? Yeah. That is lower now because we put more stuff in it. It's fully loaded down.
Simple things like even our racing radios, like our headsets. We tested that out while we were at the track and here at the shop. Yeah, getting new mic covers, things like that. Just from season to season, these things get so worn out. So we kind of have to do a full like re-inventory everything just so we can be prepared. And when we're at the event, we get to just race. We don't have to be scrambling around, even though it doesn't always go as planned, but you do what you can.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a little more of what I get to work on in the off season is getting Dan's race suit put together. So that takes time, kind of coordinating that with our sponsors, working with Sparco. They're so great. They've always made the designs I come up with possible. And that gets made in Italy, so we always have to time everything just right. At the same time, we have our crew shirts that come into play, and this year our guys are outfitted with Blackwood pants and Reason sunglasses, of course, and all that fun stuff. We got gear wrench jackets this year, so I spent some time kind of bagging all of that up the other day. I've learned over the years just use like systems and just organize things, and it makes everything flow. Like this year, I almost, even though it's overwhelming and there's a lot to do, I almost feel like I'm forgetting something because in the past, it was such an ordeal to like really pack the trailer because we'd have to pack it in a certain order because we had everything like at the front of the trailer
compared to any other trailer.
Yeah.
And stuff just stays where it was. Me and Mark redid like the entire truck. We did like full service on. We didn't have airbags before, so now it has like helper airbags in the back. We have new Bilstein shocks. GT gave us fresh tires for the truck. They're just like the LT tires. Okay. I don't know the exact tire model, I'm sorry GT, but they're like the 14 ply for like a dually truck. They might be 12 ply. Fresh tires, there's a Titan extended mileage fuel tank in there. That was a really cool upgrade to the truck, and then we changed like all the filters and everything and like refreshed anything, new brakes on the truck.
That takes a lot of time.
'Cause it has 85,000 miles and we're like, okay, it's time to like make it feel good.
That's again. How many seasons on it now?
2017, 18, 19, 20, so 4. So
one of them was only half the travel last year.
So it would have had maybe more miles. Really only gets used to tow trailers around and then for the shop to tow a trailer, but I don't drive that truck ever unless we're towing. So that was another
Yeah,
thing.
that is
forgot
another
about
major
that.
thing. With this being just like our season opener vlog for this FD season, let's talk about like just a couple of the goals that we've set, what we're going into this season.
We were like really focused when we hired Mark. You're just like on the race car when we have extra time, help with the shop. That's like to make the race car function better at the track and not have like stupid errors that could have been prevented really easily. And in the past, it was never like a designated person on the race car. We like tried to like have everyone help when they can, but each year we're progressing. So that's gonna help make the track go more smoother, and more info is in Mark's head on the race car, so I don't have to think quite as much and relay what's in my head to the guys. That should result in better driving from me. We're always chasing to get to the podium, which is not an easy task in pro
Yeah.
drifting.
I think this is the first off season where we actually got to spend like dedicated time focusing on how the car is set up. A lot of being on the new tire dictated that, and it kind of showed us what it needed more of as far as suspension goes. And Dan and Mark really focused on that and went the extra mile on anything, whether it was little or big, and just made sure to make those adjustments. So going into our first round, we're already way ahead than what we've ever been before. So it was really cool, like our last test day, just seeing Dan out on track. I haven't seen the car respond to him as well as it did that day on the small balcony at Willow. So it's gonna be fun to see it like wide open out in Atlanta, just be more drivable for Dan. That's what we've been working on, getting it how you want it.
Yeah, it had like
So-
numb spots before where, come on, speak to me, and it wouldn't. And now it's like finally coming to life a little bit more and more each year.
I think more top 16s for sure, and move on to top 8s. I have goals just as a spotter, trying to understand why we make the adjustments to the car, what it's going to do. Because I can understand when the guys are making the adjustments, but I'd love to get to a place someday where I can actually, say, hey, maybe you need to work on this and adjust the rear springs or something like that. I don't know if in the end I'm going to be the right person for that, but right now that's kind of my duty. So in order to do that, I kind of revamped my notebook where I have our data, and I'm going to be taking more notes like by lap, just a little more descriptive. Starting like last year, we kind of focused on watching your videos together at the actual events. You guys saw some of that in the vlogs from last season. So we're going to continue to do things like that too. So
Okay.
yeah,
I
we're
think-
excited for this season.
There'll be more that we'll like share with you guys as we get into the race season as well, though.
For sure.
Because there's for sure things we're not thinking of right now.
So we'll take you guys to Atlanta and touch on stuff there. Okay guys, so Dan had to get back to finish packing with the guys, but some more things that we have that go on in the background is rewrapping this portion of the trailer. So I get to work with one of the designers over at Gear Wrench on setting up the wrap, but we have to spend time coordinating a test day once the car is wrapped. We were fortunate to have Aaron, Mr. I Shot That, at the track to get the shots that are on the trailer. So Boss Wraps, they printed everything last year, the year before. They've done all our trailer wraps, and this was the first year where we actually had overlapped this year's livery or car, I guess, on top of it. This is the finished product here, but that's another just added thing that's kind of going on in the mix of everything. Coordinating files, stuff like that, that all takes time. So we have it here on the driver's side and then also on the passenger side.
We did it. So we're here at Road Atlanta for the season opener, round 1 of Formula Drift 2021. It's always exciting to see all the new liveries and some fresh builds and get to see everyone that we haven't seen in months and months. It's like a traveling circus and we all get back together for Formula Drift and travel the country together. Competition has been getting more and more stiff each year. It's a little more competitive and more rules a little bit, and like the driving has just been getting better and better. So it's anyone's game at this point. It's gonna be exciting to see what this season holds. Let's get today started, guys. All right, so I'm here with my buddy Taylor Hull, and I'm gonna ask him, what is it that you miss most about FD during the off season?
You. I miss the mullet.
Yes, I miss you the most too. But seriously though, like we're definitely addicted to this and we're like putting our whole life into it. My opinion, it's more work in the off season than during the season, but what do you miss most?
So I've gotten to drive some in the off season. I didn't do like a full tear down like you did this off season. I drove a little bit. Man, I just miss the tracks and I miss the camaraderie of the pit. Like
Definitely.
Specifically with you, and you know, we've got a pretty small, tight-knit group of folks that we're all really close with, and just getting to hang out with you guys and getting to drive on these really awesome tracks. That's the separator of Formula Drift to every other series
From,
that's
like,
out
a
there.
fun event. Yeah.
Is the awesome facilities and the awesome racetracks that we get to go to, and I have missed that so much, and I'm so happy to be at Road Atlanta to go
We're
drive.
back. I know we haven't been here in like 2 years, so it's gonna be a good weekend.
Yep,
All right, let's go have fun.
do it.
So now I'm here with my buddy Dylan Hughes, and let's ask him, what do you miss most about FD during the off season?
I would probably have to say driving race cars, of course, but I almost think that that's a little bit too shallow. I'm gonna say the camaraderie that is like this traveling circus that is Formula D. I get to hang out with good friends like my boy Rad Dan here. I get to see all my friends that we have all these people scattered all over the country, and we never get to see each other until we all come to these crazy, silly little events. So I think it's just, I get to see all my friends again, honestly.
Exactly.
Honestly, right?
Feel the same way.
Right?
All right, let's go have fun this weekend.
Yes, sir, shred some tires.
All right. We're here with my buddy, Travis Reeder. I keep saying buddy because I'm friends with all the other FD drivers pretty much. What do you miss the most of FD during the off season?
This off season, I missed this part right here.
Yeah.
Just hanging out with friends and staring at a finished car, because the last 3 months was so horrible of building this thing with a time frame, dude. I'm sitting back and I'm just enjoying it and getting ready to beat the living crap out of it.
We all have the same feeling, like the off season, you put all this work in. I was watching, it seemed like you built like majority of this car with your hands only.
I had help with a lot of my friends and family, but they could only help like when they got off work. You know, they have lives and stuff. But I mean, I was grinding probably 16 hours a day minimum for 3 straight months, because that's what you got to do. And it was.
You made it though.
I made
It's
it.
here.
I made it here. It was close, but we made it.
Nice. All right. Well, let's go have fun this weekend.
Yeah,
Be
man.
good.
Yeah.
So I'm here with my buddy Ryan Turk. He's eating a sandwich. It looks pretty good. I'm gonna have to get one later. But I wanted to ask you, during the off season, what do you miss most about Formula Drift?
Driving.
Yeah. I guess that's his answer. Driving. Straight to the point. All right. See you later.
No, obviously miss the competition element to it. Off season's always so long, and yeah,
It's
we all fill
more
our time with doing
stressful,
other
man.
stuff, but you need that competition element. Always got to try to take it to the next level, you know?
You have been.
And all the changes that you do in the off season for the car and all that, it's like, I think that's the anticipation to finally get on track and see if that was like the right decision to that you went in, you know? Because then you're kind of stuck with a lot of that for the whole year.
Yeah, you're right. If it
You
didn't
know?
go, you're like, we got to make it work because there's no time to rebuild your car.
Right. Driving though.
Driving is what brings us all here.
100%.
All right, let's go drive. Do good.
All right.
All right, guys, I just met this dude, Keelan, and I had to ask him the serious question. What persuaded you to cut your hair into a mullet? So do you like having it? You get a lot of like comments on it, don't you?
Yeah.
All right, cool, I like it. High five. All right, let's go have fun.
Do it.
Toyota Supra versus Adam LZ. Look at this. The Inverkehren 88 Adam LZ right there. The best looking car in this
See you guys. Thanks for watching.